Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and this is the Churchill Gun Carrier. The Churchill Gun Carrier, the Tier 6 British tank destroyer. Can't say I really know much about this tank except that it's been driven by one of the great men of World of Tanks on the Asian server, StormCrowReaperManyHat. And of course, looking at it, it looks like it's not really known for its speed. Churchill Gun Carrier carries AP rounds as standard ammunition, 250 average damage, 214 penetration, 246 penetration for APCR rounds, if that's what floats your boat. And StormCrowReaperManyHat's platooned up his old mates Shadow MK and Lee Sai, both from PBKAC clan. And on Arctic region, Stormcrow in this Tier 7 battle, he looks like he's going to the normal place where tank destroyers do their business. Looks like that turret on the Churchill Gun Carrier doesn't move unless he's got his right mouse button down. I don't think he does. It looks like it doesn't have a turret. He needs to do it like a Russian tank destroyer, I guess, and move the whole tank in order to turn around and shoot enemy tanks. And that's what he's looking at doing as he aims in at the VK. The VK 3601 puts a couple of shots into him. Critical hits him twice. Looks like he's not getting lit from up there, so he's quite happy just to kick back and shoot the baddies. You can see on the gun barrel, he's got 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel of the Churchill Gun Carrier, and it now looks like he's aiming towards the north, where his old mate Shadow is lighting up the enemy Type 58. Finally lands a shot with this brilliant British gun for 275 hit points of damage, and he's looking at just smashing that Tier 6 Chinese medium tank for all he's worth. He's down to 199 hit points, which means he's a one shot, and there's that one shot. That's his first kill of the game. 750 hit points of damage done in Arctic region, and he starts looking at that Panther. Looks to me like the gun isn't that accurate at long range, but that Panther is a long way away, and he is zoomed in. He's clearly using a zoom in mod. Of course, Stormcrow makes his own mod pack. I think it was the first mod pack I ever installed. It was very handy, nice, neat and tidy mod pack, but I haven't seen it advertised for some time. As he picks up his second kill, the T150 on his own side, team kill somebody. Looks like it was the SU-22-44, the Tier 7 Soviet tank destroyer. 3-5's the score now. StormCrowReaperManyHat's got 3 kills, 1,470 hit points, mainly on the Panther, the Type 58, and that T-34-85. As he starts looking towards the east now, which looks like that's where the enemy are doing their big push. Shadow in his Rudy, you can see on the mini-map, Shadow and Lee Sai both looking like they're going quite successfully to the north, but the east looks like it's in a little bit of trouble. They need that good British gun to clean up some of those enemy tanks. 3-6 the score now. That shot there will put him just under 2,000 hit points of damage done, but the team continues to capitulate on Arctic region. There's nobody left on that eastern flank, and he'd love to get another shot in before those tanks disappear, because nobody's really lighting them up. Nice shot into the side of the PZ4H, and really get another one. He will. That M4 looks like he got him in the end. I didn't think he was going to land that shot, but not lucky enough to penetrate on that occasion. 3-8's the score, 2,448 hit points of damage for StormCrowReaperManyHat from PBKAC clan. And look at the mini-map. Look where all those enemy tanks were last spotted, or where they spotted now. They're all on the eastern flank, and Stormcrow quite happy with this position here, because there's kill number 4, and finally somebody lights him up. That VK is certainly looking at him, but happy to take the 108 hit points of damage because he picks up a kill for his efforts. That's 5 kills to StormCrowReaperManyHat. 6-8's the score, 2,911 hit points of damage. Gets spotted again by that little Leopard tank, but the Leopard's only on 298 health. The Leopard clearly focusing on the artillery. 397 I should say, so that's going to be 2 shots for Stormcrow to get rid of the little Tier 5 light German tank. As you can see on the mini-map, enemy tanks heading back where Lasai is on the cap circle trying to look for resets. But he's got a minute. They've got a minute to do it. 8-9 the score now. Stormcrow's team are finally showing some signs of a comeback as that Leopard gets rid of the artillery. Of course, the Churchill Gun Carrier, not known for its speed, as we can see here, it's going to be a little bit fruitless trying to chase that Leopard down unless the Leopard stays there. And look, you never know on the Asian server. You never know what they're going to do. He might turn around and run straight into his gun. Now, I haven't seen his replay yet. I'm watching it now live for the first time, and I don't know what's that Leopard going to do. The Leopard could if he's any good, he could comfortably flank StormCrow in his Churchill Gun Carrier. It does cop a little bit of damage, but the Leopard has left himself nowhere to go. He duffs his first shot though, just doesn't miss it. He is auto-aimed on the little German light tank, and that Leopard gets out of harm's way as Lasai comes back to try and help his old mate in the Churchill to try and pick off this little Tier 5 German tank. Shadow MK in the Rudy picks up a kill on the Hummel on the other side of the map, and StormCrow finally gets a shot onto the Leopard, leaves him on 17 hit points. One more shot will be enough if he can catch him, but look at the speed, or the lack of speed, you should say. But hopefully that Leopard's focusing on StormCrow and Shadow can pick up the kill. He does, but that Cromwell on the other side of the map gets cleaned up by, I can't remember who it was, but somebody else. Anyway, 11-13 the score. Just Shadow MK and his Rudy and StormCrowReaperManyHat and his Churchill GC, and they're looking at cleaning up the last remaining enemy tanks. The VK4503 premium heavy German tank, the KV2 with the derp, the VK3601H, and of course the M4, pardon me. 11-13, 3,167 damage done by StormCrowReaperManyHat, and of course now is starting to get to a position where he can see these tanks. Not fully aimed, but it doesn't matter. There's the top gun and his 6th kill, taking out the VK3601H, which of course the Tier 6 German tank, aiming towards the M4. Either one of them, they're both one-shots. So thank you very much for kill number 7, says StormCrow, as he takes the premium German Tier 7 heavy tank out of the game, and that evens up the score for the first time in a long time in this battle. The scores are tied on 13 apiece. Nearly 3,500 damage done. Just 2 enemy tanks remaining, the derpy KV2 and the also possibly derpy M4. He's got APCR loaded now because he's out of standard ammunition, because he's had to do the bulk of the carrying in this game by himself in this slow, non-turreted British tank destroyer. It sounded like the KV2 just shot, so StormCrow will be pretty happy about that. Even though it's only a Tier 6, it's got that derpy gun and the very long reload, but he's on 500 hit points. Now he's on 342 thanks to his old mate Shadow MK from PBKAC in the Rudy, and StormCrow wants to he'd love to get another couple of shots at KV2. Still got 342 hit points of nice juicy damage to be done to him. 13 all, 3,500 damage, a little bit blocked and a little bit spotted. Shadow picks up the kill on the M4, and will the KV2 pop? His binoculars are activated for the first time I've noticed them. What's he? He's hiding behind something. It looks like the rock or the mound of snow there on the ground in the Arctic region. Looks like they're simply waiting for that KV2 to do something. That KV2 will continue to hide until he reloads. Of course, the KV2 known for its derp gun and its long reload. StormCrow gets lit, but doesn't matter because his gun's more accurate than the KV2. The KV2 aiming towards Shadow, so hopefully Shadow's in a little bit of cover. You can just see the top. Connects the shell into the top of the tank, gets lit, and the KV2 hides yet again. That brings his damage up to 3,728. You can't complain about that performance in a tank that's not really known for its brilliance, the Churchill Gun Carrier at Tier 6. It looks like he's backing up, turning around, maybe to try and get a different angle on the Russian heavy tank. Going slowly, slowly, slowly down the little hill. And maybe it looks like maybe they're going to both try and attack the KV2 from the same angle. 14-13 is the score. 7 kills to StormCrowReaperManyHat, 4 to Shadow. Unfortunately, Shadow just got taken out. No, Shadow killed him. And that's it. That's the game. 15-13 on Arctic region, as we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results. Before I get another replay ready, and of course you can see he picked up an Ace Tanker Mastery badge for that performance on Arctic region in the Churchill Gun Carrier. The Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, the crucial contribution for a platoon which kills 12 enemy tanks, the high caliber, and of course the top gun. He had an absolute ripper there. 3,728 damage, 7 kills, 1,605 base experience. That's without a double or a premium account. That's the base score, 1,605. Shadow had a ripper as well with 1,381 and 5 kills, and that's where the 14 kills. Really? 7? 13 kills between them. 7 to StormCrow, 5 to Shadow, and 1 to Lasai in his little Leopard. With the premium account, he made some coin, even though he fired some APCR rounds because he ran out of standard ammunition. 20,867 credits after tax. Game went for 10 minutes. He fired 26 shots, 21 hit, 17 went through, and that was enough for an Ace Tanker Mastery badge. An exercise in shooting at idiots until they all died. Highly entertaining, it certainly was. Thanks very much for that replay, StormCrow, as we move on to the second game of this little bit. As I'm starting to clean up the replays from patch 9.17.1. This is a tier 5 battle featuring MonashSQ from BAMF clan. Monash is running around in his PZ-34, the little tier 5 German medium tank, and it looks funny, doesn't it? It's got that funny little thing around the turret, the little skirting, I suppose you'd call it, as well as a couple on the sides. I remember when this came out a few years ago, it looked interesting, and people were complaining that these skirtings on the sides and maybe the turret as well didn't offer any armor, and of course people complain. People love to complain on World of Tanks. Anyway, in this matchup, Monash is platooned up with his old mate Brutal Olix in his T-34, and they're doing a little bit of tier 5 stat padding. I mean, they're playing these tanks because they really enjoy them. Now, looking at the mini-map, even though you'd think top tier medium tanks, you'd think he might go southeast, but I don't know, choosing to go north. Tries to get a snipey little shot into the PZ-38 NA, little tier 4 German annoying light tank, as MonashSQ starts going forward to where the heavy tanks go. Maybe it does have armor, this tank. I don't have one of these things. Look, I'm not even sure if it's a premium tank. I've got a feeling it is, but I could be wrong. Maybe I should do a little bit more research before I start recording a video. 1 zips a score, MonashSQ from BAMF clan. Heading up the north, where the heavy tanks normally do their business. There are 4 enemy heavy tanks, so he needs to be careful. 2 of them are KV-1s, which KV-1s would be quite... could easily clean up one of these little German things. Brutal Olix picks up the first kill, getting rid of the Panzer 3E, which looks like it's just a little tier 3 buzz box, which he got rid of nicely. Spots artillery, decides not to go for the artillery, decides to instead put some shots into the back of these heavy tanks and the Type 95 at tier 4, 2 KV-1s up there at tier 5, and it would have been a nice shot if it had landed. Shooting into the side of a KV-1's turret, you're never gonna not penetrate those shots. Except for that one, which just hit the gun. 3-all's the score. MonashSQ from BAMF clan moving in. Looks like that KV-1's still not looking at him, not really paying attention to what's behind him. Puts a shot into the back of the German heavy tanks, puts another shot in, takes it down to 15 hit points. One more shot should be enough. There it is. That's his first kill of the game. 5-4 the score now, as Monash buzzes around in his PZ-34. Gets the Type 95 in the back. That's a tier 4 Japanese heavy tank. Sets him on fire and sends him back to the garage. And the KV-1 giving him some beautiful side shots into the Russian heavy tank. One more shot should be enough. There's kill number 3 for MonashSQ from BAMF clan. 8-6 is the score. There's a tank sitting on the cap. It looks like they're playing around with artillery and a light tank. That's a light tank. You can't see it in the game, but there's a light tank sitting behind that artillery that was just killed, the M7 Priest. And you'd like to think that he'll be killed. He should be killed by one of his teammates for a light tank sitting behind artillery. That's atrocious. 10-6 is the score. MonashSQ from BAMF clad his PZ 3-4. He's on 3 kills, 1,209 hit points of damage, and now he's heading back to the cap to try and get rid of these. You'd hate to get capped out in a situation like this. It's one of those little PZ-38 annoying things, the same one that he had a pot shot on in the east. Finally lands a shot into the Tier 4 German light tank. There's another tank on the cap circle though. Looks like it's a Chi-He. I guess that's how you say it. The Tier 4 Japanese. I'm guessing 2 enemy tanks are capping, but it's not a problem. 10 all though. It looks like whoever went north looks like they absolutely capitulated. One more shot and that Chi-He will be enough. That's his 4th kill. And it looks like it's just 1 enemy tank capping now. And that's that annoying little PZ-38NA. 12-10 the score. Only 3 enemy tanks left against 5 from Monash's side. He gets a shot into the T-34. And that T-34 using the lay of the land as a bit of protection, but it's no match for 2 tanks. As MonashSQ picks up his 5th kill of the game, just 2 enemy tanks left. And of course, if Monash wants to put some damage into him, he's going to have to move to the other side of the map. One of them goes down. Just the T-37 left. T-67 left. Looks like Monash is quite happy just to do a few jumps. His teammate's advising him to cap. Looks like he might be around this way because he just picked up a kill on the STRV M4. LOL. LOL. You know what I mean. This is for the top gun, MonashSQ from BAMF, claiming his PZ-34. There it is, he got him. I didn't think he was going to get him then, but in the end, a good win, 15-11, as we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results. That's the one from StormCrow. It's an ace tanker mastery badge from MonashSQ from BAMF clan, the Bruiser Arsonist, for setting somebody on fire. Which would have been that Japanese heavy thing at Tier 4. The fire for effects, high caliber, and of course that top gun. Have a look at the second page. He well and truly carried that one. 1,854 hit points of damage. Nobody else breaking the magical 1,000 mark apart from that T-67 on the enemy side, who was the last one killed. 1,200 base experience. 28 shots fired, 21 hit, 20 did damage, 1,854 base experience, and that was it for in a 5-minute game. That was enough for an ace tanker mastery badge at Tier 4. Cost him a few credits. Maybe he fired some premium ammo. I can't remember. But looking at that credit return, I dare say it's not a premium account, but a premium tank. But anyway, a little bit of a clean-up there, featuring the Churchill Gun Carrier and the PZ-34. A couple of ace tanker mastery badges, and also featuring the great StormCrowReaperManyHat from PBKAC clan. Thanks very much for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.